Well, hey guys, welcome to another episode of Jacksonist Live. Basically, the Drivecast show. So, basically, this is a drive podcast where it's dark in the cab and you can't see me, but you can hear me, and that's perfectly fine because I'm not touching my phone. I'm just driving on my way to Brainerd to go pick up a passenger. And, it's 10:30. It's, late o'clock. Yep, it's about 10:30. So it's actually a pretty decent, night out. 44 degrees outside, a little bit of rain. Driving here in a van. Heading to Brainerd to go pick up a passenger up at Perkins. And then coming back and picking up two passengers at the office, going to the airport, and then picking up a lady at the airport, and then I'm done for the night. So yeah. Well, what's probably going to end up happening is, we're just going to have fun and drive, and then tomorrow, Julie's doing my braids. And guess what we're going to do tomorrow when Julie's doing my braids? We're going to go live. So we're going to watch Julie doing my braids tomorrow. Yeah. We're going to have fun, and we're going to do all sorts of cool things with Julie tomorrow, because Julie's a fun person. I really like Julie a lot. She takes good care of me. She's like the mother I never had, which I do still love my mom and dad, by the way. So I went live today for the Minnesota Wild game. Had Domino's Pizza tonight, and I just want to say it was to die for. If you guys ever want to get Domino's Pizza, I recommend it. Totally. Because it's really, really good. And I just say to use it, So I'm doing something that I said that I was going to do to Brian Sullivan. I told him that I was going to do it, and I'm going to do it. So I'm getting rid of the Mini Cooper. Yep. I actually want to sell the Mini Cooper. I don't want it anymore. I'm trying to start doing things for me now. So I'm going to paint the Mini Cooper back to factory green. I'm going to just get all the paint, I'm going to do all the paint work myself. I'm going to sand it down into the rough spots. And then I'm going to just repaint it and, go from there. Because that's what I want to do. I want to get it down to the nitty-gritty one time and go from there. And I want to get rid of the Mini Cooper. Now, I know you guys are probably sitting there saying, Jack, but you love that car. You were going to turn that into a sleigh, and you were going to do what you could and everything else. Well, see, the thing is that I realized to myself that I should have had an SUV or a vehicle that I really wanted first before I had my Mini Cooper, So what I'm actually thinking about doing is I'm thinking about, buying an FJ Cruiser, getting it all paid off, and then working on buying another FJ and then doing that, doing that into a sleigh or something, or doing a more of an SUV or something, off-road vehicle, and doing that. Now, you're probably asking me about Minnesota After Dark. Well, what am I going to do about Minnesota After Dark? Well, I don't know. And now that there's no more meets or anything in St. Cloud, I kind of feel like they just went away from St. Cloud and they're just not giving St. Cloud a chance anymore. But that's just how I feel. I mean, I still like Minnesota After Dark. I still support them. But I think they're trying to go someplace else and not trying to be in St. Cloud anymore just because of one snafu. I think they're just kind of, going away. I think they're just like, well, we're just going to go away because, something bad happened, and now since St. Cloud is such a bad place, they're not going to do any more car shows there. I don't know. That's their team. They're going to do what they want to do. I'm going to support them because that's what I do, is I support, their team. I still support them, But I just feel like they're not going to have a car club around here anymore because they don't do anything up at Home Furniture anymore. I think they just kind of left Home Furniture because they were like, well, there's too many problems and too much bullshit up here. So that's what it's going to be. So you know what? That's fine. That's their team. That's what they want to do. I'll still support them, and I'll go from there. But I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm getting rid of my Mini Cooper. I'm trying to do stuff more with what I want to do, and that's, buy a vehicle and put tracks on it, go off-roading, live a little bit, enjoy myself, and just, hope that something happens. Because I need things to happen for me, because I think it's going to, but I just have to start doing things for me, not for anybody else. I mean, everything's got to be done for me. So that's what I'm going to do. I've been living my life every day like it's my last day on this earth, and people are like, why are you doing that, Jack? And I'm doing it because, one, that's the way that I want to live. I want to do everything for me. I want to get this divorce finalized. I want to get everything done and start living my life for me. I mean, Shane, you're absolutely right. I haven't talked to Shane Isbister for a long time, but I'm trying to tell you that, he understands. He gets it. 100%. Everybody needs to live for themselves, and that's what I got to do, is live for me. And, I've had so many people say to me, Jack, you want to be this wild and crazy guy, and you want to live your life and go 100 miles an hour with your hair on fire, but, you are 45 years of age, and you are playing a Santa Claus. So why don't you play Santa Claus and make that your big, huge thing? Because it was kind of funny when I played Forza 5. When I played Forza 5, I played as Camo Claus. Every single one of Camo Claus's cars had a red and green and white and black paint job. And people thought it was really cool. They thought it went with the name. They thought it went with the character. And then people would ask me, they're like, dude, why are your cars, painted like Christmas colors? And I say, well, I'm Camo Claus. And they're like, dude, that's awesome. And people would buy the Camo Claus paint jobs. Yeah, they would buy the Camo Claus Laveries. Yeah. And they were down with it. They thought it was cool as shit. And I thought it was awesome. And I really and truly liked it. And, and I kept everything going with that. And I fell in love with this company out here in Minnesota, and it's called Mattrax. And this company is called Mattrax, and they make these triangle track designs for SUVs, like small all-wheel drive cars, Jeeps, trucks, tractors, all kinds of cool stuff. And they're actually in Minnesota. They're actually a Minnesota-based company. And I told them that I was going to put these tracks on a Mini Cooper. And they were like, dude, that's like the coolest thing ever. And I thought it was really cool, and I thought it was really great. But the thing is that I I want to keep my Mini Cooper, I do, but I also want to buy another vehicle and pay for two vehicles and have both cars. But right now I can't afford two cars. I mean, I could afford two cars, but the Mini Cooper is just not something that I really see myself in anymore because, well, I'm a little bit big for it, And maybe if I chop the roof off of the Mini Cooper, I might fit in it. I might fit, in it a little bit better. But once you chop the sunroof off of it, or you chop the sunroof out of it, and you can't drive it as an everyday car because it doesn't have a roof on it. So, like, you can only drive it on sunny days and stuff like that because it's like a car that has a missing convertible or doesn't have a top. So yeah, so you can only drive it on sunny days and stuff like that. But and it's something that I really and truly wanted to have. But see, if I lived in a world where maybe things would happen for me, like maybe if I could win the lottery and maybe if I could, come into some money, maybe my life would change. But I'm not saying that I'm not going to turn around and put tracks on a Mini Cooper because all hope is lost. No, I'm basically going to turn around and probably do tracks on two vehicles, but they're going to be FJ Cruisers. They're going to be Toyotas. Because I'm going to probably buy, an FJ Cruiser, pay it off, and then buy another one. Because it's cheaper to buy used cars than to buy something brand new. I mean, my Mini Cooper wasn't brand new, but my Mini Cooper was also, over a $17,000 car. Or $21,000 car. I mean, it was a 2013, and it was $21,000. And I mean, I paid all the way down to $6,000 on it. So I'm almost trying to pay it off, but it's so hard to pay off a car and drive it and do maintenance on it and, do work on it and everything else. You just have to have a car that's paid off before you can ever have a project car. And, kids and guys go out and buy these cars that they want to work on and they want to put all these great modifications to it, but you can't put mods on a car that you drive every day unless you have time, unless you have a shop that you can do it and it does it for you. I mean, if you got time, then yeah, you got time. But if you don't, it's too hard to do it. So I'm just going to start over, but I'm going to go buy the vehicle that I really and truly want, which I'm going to go buy an FJ Cruiser. Because I've always wanted an FJ. I've always wanted one because I like them because they look like Hummers, but they look like something that I would drive. They look like a bulldog. They look like a bear. They look like a bear. They're built like a polar bear. Yes. And I would drive that kind of SUV because that's the reason why I like them, is because there's something I can see myself in. And every time I've ever test drove an FJ Cruiser, I want to take it home. But there's always something stopping me from buying it. But now I'm going to do whatever it takes to get one. And I know somebody who has one that would probably sell it to me or probably help me out. And, he's a really good guy. He's part of Tracks Revolution. He's, down in Princeton. His name is Bell, or his name is, Bruce. And he works for Bell Auto Sales. He's a really good guy. And, I think that he would be a great candidate for helping me out to get my dream. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I can just keep looking around and paying off my Mini Cooper and then saving up money. It's what I'm planning on doing. I'm trying to get an FJ Cruiser and start living my life. I mean, yeah, someday if I win the lottery, then yeah, I mean, it'll be great. I'll be able to buy whatever I want to buy, but the thing is right now, I just have to take it one day at a time. And everybody that knows me knows that Jack is, he's not a good person when he's not happy. And when he's down and depressed, he's just like Eeyore. He's just alone. But the thing is that I try to make myself better. Because I want people to understand that, I can do this. And I'm going to do it because I want it. And that's all I got to do, is do it for me. So I'm just going to continue to go out there, grab life by the horns, wrestle it down and beat the shit out of it, and then I'm going to take a bear piss on it. Because that's what I'm going to do. Because I'm a bear. I'm a guy who doesn't care as long as he's happy. And that's all I want to be. And, I'm living my life to the fullest because that's what I want to do. My life is a revolving door that stays open for anybody who believes in me. And you guys know that when I do live videos and I do stuff like this, that I'm not trying to be down. I'm not trying to be upset. I'm trying to basically get through the day and realize to myself that, things happen. Now, yes, I have a nice little car, but that's the problem. I only have one car. And I thought it would be paid off by now, but it's not. Because I thought maybe things would start to change for me, but they haven't. So, maybe I'm going to do something that's going to make it work for me. It's going to make it easier for me. It's going to make it better for me. I'm going to start over. I'm going to start over fresh. And I'm going to start over and do things my way. Now, do I care if I'm single? No. I don't care if I'm single because being single helps you save money. Yeah. You don't have to spend money on a chick. You don't have to spend money on the chick's kids. And that's not a dig at you, Joe. That's not a dig at you. So don't get, up in a wad. I'll still help you if you need help. I will. But the thing is I have to do stuff for me. Yes. I have to do stuff for me. So that means I have to start living my life for me. Because that's just what I have to do. Yes. And I know a lot of people probably are sitting there thinking, well, about damn time, Jack. About damn time that you realize to yourself that you have to start taking your life in control and making it your bitch. Because that's what I have to do. I love coming to work for Groom Transportation. I love being here, and I love working every day. I love putting in the hours, the time. If I was paid a little bit differently, like time and a half, or $18 to $22 an hour, it would be a little bit different, but that's something they're working on. And you know what? They can work on it all they want to. I love working for this company, and I'm not going to leave this company. No, I'm not. Because I'm going to keep working here and working here and working here and working here until they get rid of me. But I don't know why they would ever get rid of me. I'm a great worker. Passengers love me. I take care of my passengers. I do everything for them. And I love God. You know? I believe in Odin. Yeah, I believe in, a Norse God. But I also believe in God. So, because things are going to change. They have to. They can't be so uptight and so down all the time. Nothing can be negative all the time. It can't be negative. It's got to be positive. Got to live in a positive world. Somebody told me that I have to have a positive attitude. So I'm just going to continue to be Camo Claus and do everything that I possibly can for that, because that's my life. Camo Claus is my life. I love playing Santa's cousin 365 days a year. I love doing it. I've been doing it for 13 years now. But I'm just going to keep on doing it. Because I have to. I have to do it. I love you guys and gals for your support. I love you guys for everything about it. I mean, you're probably out right now enjoying your life and having a good time at a bar or having a club, or Shane probably turning DJs and turning turntables. I don't know what he's doing. I haven't talked to him for a long time, but I miss my family members. I miss my friends. But I'm always going to try to keep in touch with everybody, whether it's through social media or whether it's through But I'm dropping all of the stuff that is like, if you're not legit with me, if you're not a blue check mark, or you're not one of my friends, then don't talk to me. I video chat with all my people. I do my video diaries for all my people. This is my video diary. It's called the Jaximus Claus, or it's called the Jack Craning to Jaximus Claus document, or documentary. Yeah, that's what it is. It's the documentary, which means that it's the story of my life. And you guys are always a part of it, because I don't know you. Like some people I don't know who watch this, but I know my friends watch me. They watch me on Facebook. They watch me on YouTube. They're going to start watching me on Twitch someday too, because I'm going to go over to Twitch as well. Because I have to do what I got to do. And I got to take care of myself. I love coming to work every night and putting in the time, the hours, and doing what I got to do. I see friends, I see people, and I tell them, hey, I love you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for following me. Thank you for keeping an eye on me and making sure that I'm all right, even though I'm going through a lot of shit right now. But everybody's going through shit. I mean, even Joe's going through shit, and I know that she doesn't like it. What? It's not a weak network. Shut your cake hole. We don't have a weak network. It's just because we're on a weak signal. Yeah, okay, it's back. Don't give me that shit about how it's a weak signal. My phone works, bro. If not, then up my signal and make it work better. Maybe I should get Verizon. Move to a cell phone company that, actually works. Boost Mobile is a great freaking cell phone company, but, they just don't, do stuff. So I don't know what's going to happen with a lot of things, but I'm just going to continue to be me. Because what I should have done before I bought my Mini Cooper, and I really think I should have done this, was I really think that I should have bought something that was a practical car and then bought a sports car, or bought a car that was a fun car, you know. And I never thought that I would ever do that. And that really made me upset. So I don't know why I don't know why that happened. I really don't. Why do I have a weak network? Yeah. Should have a weak network. My phone should work all the way up to Brainerd. Yeah. I don't know. It's telling me that I have a weak network. Transmission is unavailable due to a weak network. I don't know. But some of the things that you have to understand about me, I get to the point where, you know, I feel down on myself. But I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be down on myself. I should be happy. I should be totally fine with everything that happens in this world. And I should be able to just keep on going without any problems. So that's what I'm doing. I keep on living my life every day like it's my last day on earth. And I keep going. Some days I get down. Some days I get mad. But some days I realize to myself that it's just water under the bridge. And I gotta turn around and I gotta make myself better. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make myself better. Because I have to make myself better. I can't be living a down life and be a person that you guys know is one of the happiest people in the world, you know. And, you know, I just want to be Jack again, but with a new name. I want to be Jaximus Claus, but still the same Jack that I've always been. Sounds really nice with the rain hitting the window. I have to pick up people from the office. Yeah. Yeah, I have to pick up people from Perkins, and then I have to go to the office. Yep. Get crazy, get loud, get crazy, get loud. Yeah, I'm watching Jersey Shore again. I love this show, man. I think it'd be so cool to be on a show like that. Yeah, like the Jersey Shore. Imagine if they came out with something like. Imagine if they came out with something like that here in Minnesota. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, imagine if they came out with like a Minnesota version of Jersey Shore. Wouldn't that be really cool? Yeah, I would love to be on that. Yeah. Yeah, call it something like the, not Northern Shore, but like, call it like something like, like the wilderness, like Wilderness Falls or something like that, because we live out in the country. Yeah, like Wilderness Falls or something like that. And basically it's like people who live in Minnesota and they all stay in a house together, like 5 girls and 5 guys. Yeah, it's called like Wilderness Falls or something. And it's all people from Minnesota. That'd be an awesome show, dude. Yeah. Like go snowboarding and like go like snowmobiling or something. Instead of gym tan laundry. Yeah, we have like gym, hockey, and laundry or something. Like gym, hockey, laundry. Or like we do stuff, we go to clubs around like Minnesota and stuff like that. We have fun. Go to the beaches in the summertime, Like have it in the central part of Minnesota. Yeah. Yeah, like Wilderness Falls. That'd be like an awesome place, or Wilderness Cloud or something, or something like in the middle of like, yeah, like in the middle of Minnesota. Just having something be really cool. I think that'd be an awesome show. Yeah. And people have to be from Minnesota, and they have to be like, really cool and stuff. Yeah. I think that'd be pretty badass. Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to Wilderness Falls, bitch! Yeah. Like have a girl who's like really tiny and and her name's not Snooki or anything like that. It's like her name's like Cookie or something or like Twix or and she's like, really cool, and then they have a person who's, a Native American, and they have somebody who's, whatever. I mean, it can be really cool, but whatever. I mean, it's just something that a lot of people wouldn't understand. Yeah, they make like a Minnesota version of Jersey Shore. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I think that'd be cool as hell. I think it would be cool as hell, but I don't know if it's me. Yeah, it's me. Like I'm not the situation, I'm the intimidation. Or like I'm the berserker or something like that. Yeah. I'm not the situation, I'm the intimidation. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool to be like on my own show. This is my own show right here. Yeah. I love doing my own show. Yeah. have a lot of people watching tonight. They're probably all like, oh God, it's Jack again. What's he doing? Probably bored out of his ass, so he's just going live so we all feel sorry for him. Guys, come on now. You know, I'm just having fun. I'm just trying to be me because I got nothing better to do in my life. And, you know, I really and truly would love to have you guys in my life, like, every day. Like, all the people in Virginia. I miss you guys. North Dakota, I miss you guys. You know. Yeah, I miss all my friends. I miss everybody. Yeah, I do. Yep. So why are you flashing me, dude? Oh, you're pulling off the road. My arms are so tired from holding that water pressure gun to clean the stickers off my car. Yeah. I went to clean the stickers off my Mini Cooper, and I still have a couple on there, but man, my arms are tired from holding that water sprayer gun. Yeah, I think I changed the tip back onto the regular thing, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did. Oh. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Please won't you be my neighbor? Berserker Claus's neighborhood is filmed in front of a live studio audience. And you know, I grew up watching him when I was a kid, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. You know, and I never knew that that guy was anything bad. You know, I don't think people had anything against him. Was he a pedophile or was he not? No, Captain Kangaroo was a pedo, wasn't he? I have no idea. I can't remember. I mean, there's been so many damn things over the years when I was a kid. I mean, shit, back when I was a kid, well, that was almost 30 years ago. No, that was almost, wow. That was almost like 40, that was 41 years ago, man. Well, when I was 4 years old, right? When I was 4 years old, I don't even know where we were living. Were we living in? Because see, okay, so when I was a young kid, so I went to kindergarten. Yeah, I went to kindergarten. Nancy Reagan read books for me in kindergarten. Yeah, she read books to us in our kindergarten class. My grandma worked for Secretary Senator Barry Goldwater. Grandma Marge did. Yeah. And I know that we were only there in Virginia until I was 5. And then I think we moved. Did we move back? When I was 4 or 5, wasn't I? I don't remember. I have no idea. I know I lived in Virginia when I was 5 because I had a friend of mine named Kevin Dress, or no, yeah, Kevin Dress, who lived, he lived in my neighborhood, and I was friends with a little girl named Katie Yamashita. Yeah, she was really cool. Yeah, her mom was she was a fire captain for Fairfax County. Mm-hmm. She was really cool. Katie Yamashita was? Yeah, she was. She was my first crush. Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was. She had this weird, like, E.T. nightlight that was, like, freaking, like, weird, man. It was nuts. And she had this really cool-ass brother who was, like, the guy from Moana. Yeah, he was really cool. Yeah, Katie Yamashita was, like, she was, like, a cross between the girl from Moana and, yeah, the girl from Moana and Mulan. Yeah, because she was like an Asian Hawaiian chick. That's what she was. Her dad was Asian, her mom was like Hawaiian or something. Yeah. I don't know, she was really cool though. Yeah, she was kick-ass. Yeah. Yeah, she was really cool. Yeah. Very, very exciting little girl. I mean, she's like grown up now. I don't know what the hell she probably looks like now. She'll probably like look like a cross between like Selena and like, you know, Jennifer Lopez or something. I don't know. I don't know, man. Anybody that was in my past, I don't even know. I remember like kids like Brian Bloom and Kevin Dress and Mark Moulter and Chance Putsky and God, Katie Clark. Yeah, man. I haven't gone through any of my yearbooks ever to talk to find out anybody. You know. I don't know, man. I miss everybody that I used to go to school with. From Laurel Ridge all the way to Loudoun County High School. And people that I used to go to Lemoore High School with too, you know. Sometimes when you look back at all the memories in life that you used to do, I mean, kind of makes you think about things, you know. You wonder what people are doing now. What they're doing now, I don't really know. I just always remember the way the time goes. Sometimes I can hear the people call. That's a Garth Brooks song. It's called What She's Doing Now, but I changed it up and I'm like, well, what are they doing now? You wonder what your friends are doing, you know? You wonder what they're all doing. Some of them are married. Some of them have wives. Some of them are going through divorces. Some of them have kids. Some of them are dads, moms. And you just sit there and you wonder, man. You know, if you ever could have had kids, or if you ever, you know, had kids, man, what would they be like? Or do we even want another Jack? Or a Jackie? And I think back on all the life that I've ever lived, and I've never in my life had anybody that I really ever wanted to have kids with or ever wanted to be with. I mean, it seemed like every girl that I was ever with, they slept with me, they liked it, and then they moved on and slept with somebody else, and then they had kids with them, and then, they went and started living their lives with somebody else. I mean, that's what Casey did with me. Now, there was a girl that I was with in Virginia named Casey Lickey, and now I think her name is Casey Monroe now. But she's still somebody that I think about a lot, and I really did like her a lot. And she actually was a pretty decent girl. She had her head on straight. She had a job. She had a really good family that she was a part of. I mean, I had a lot of fun with her, and I really did like her. But, I think she went out and slept with another guy named Sean, I think is what she went out and did. She slept with Sean, I think. And it broke my heart. And it really made me think about things in general and everything, and if we would have stayed together, maybe we would have had kids together and we would have gotten married, but no, that didn't work. I sometimes wish that I would have just saved all the money that I ever made. I have no idea where any of that money is at now. Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea where that money went to. And if I would have saved all the money that I ever made in my entire life, I'd be a multi-millionaire right now. Yeah, I would have. All the jobs that I have ever had, I would never be in debt if I would have just saved money. But no, I had to spend all my fucking money. I had to be a dumbass. Spend all the money on stupid things. Hookers, beer, whore, friends. Yeah, I gave all my friends a lot of money. I did. I helped a lot of my friends out. And a lot of people are like, well, they're not your friends, Jack. They're people who took advantage of you. Well, you can say what you want to say about them, but I'll tell you right now, I love all the people that are in my life. I love all the people that are in my life that actually made me feel good about myself. Those are the positive people. Yeah. Those are the people that actually matter. Are they ever going to give me money back? No, I'm never going to ask them for it. No. I don't want any money back from my friends. I just want them to continue to be my friend. I just want them to stay around. I want them to be here. Yeah. Because that's what they are. They're my friends. That's what they are, bro. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people sit there and they tell me that they care about me and that they talk to me and they say to me, Jack, you're one of the greatest peoples in the world, and you're one of the greatest followers in the world, and one of the greatest, you have something about you that makes you very iconic and very unique. And I always sit there and I tell them, yeah, I'm a very unique person. And the reason what makes me so unique is, one thing about me is that I care about other people and I try to fix their situation before I fix mine. Ryan Sullivan told me that I have this problem, and what I try to do is I try to help people. I worry too much about other people's problems, and I try to fix their situation before I fix mine. And Ryan says that's a really good thing to have, or it could blow up in your face. But Brian also, knows the real me. And Brian also knows that when I'm not in a good mindset, when I'm not in a good state of mind, Brian knows there's something wrong. And Brian can tell. And I dig that about him. I haven't been able to see Brian, face to face, but I'm actually getting back in touch with him, and I think it's really cool that he and I are talking. Like Joel Regal, I haven't talked to Joel Regal for a long time. I miss him. Will Wilkins, I miss him too. But Will's down in Iowa, and I would love to go see Joe, or I'd love to go see Will down in Iowa because he doesn't live that far from me. So I'm actually thinking about trying to get in touch with Will and seeing if I can get down there and go see Will and go see him for a while and just see what happens. I think what I'm going to start doing is living my life and enjoying what I have to do. Because if I don't enjoy what I do, I'm just not going to be happy anymore. But I have to enjoy my life. Because there are things in life that people do to bring back their sense of direction. And mine is my friends and my family that cares about me and wants me to stay, going and being focused. I do miss Jacob Hope and I do miss Jordan a lot. Julie Kunzler, I miss her too. She's really cool and I'm glad she's getting married to a new guy. I hope she starts a great family, Sometimes I just wonder who I'm going to hook up with. Or if I'm going to be the lonely guy the whole time in my life. But, I always said that I was going to be like Mr. White when I was a kid. TJ's uncle. Now, TJ's uncle was one of the greatest guys in my life because he was really cool. He believed in having fun. He believed in being himself. And he loved being by himself. He loved being alone. At least he played it really well. And he showed it very well. And he looked like a guy that was always happy. Looked like somebody who always knew where he was going and knew what he was doing. He lived in a nice big house, had a motorcycle, had a Jeep, had a sidekick, he had a Sequoia, yeah, because he sold the Suzuki Sidekick and got a Sequoia, but he was happy, and he made me realize to myself that that's how you need to be. But if I could go back and save all the money that I ever made, dude, I would actually love to have that. So, if I could go back and look at all the paychecks that I ever had, from when I worked for MC Dean and when I worked for everything, I probably would have had maybe I probably have about I don't even think I'm worth about $150,000. I don't even think I even would average that much, but that would still have been enough. That would have still been enough to live my life and have fun. I mean, it probably wouldn't be $1 million, but I mean, that would be, more than I have now. But a lot of people live their lives paycheck to paycheck. And a lot of people are trying really hard to get it. And, you're one of those people, but you're also a person who you don't really have anything to pay off. You really don't. No, you don't. You do not have anything that is really hard for you to pay off. You have debts that, can be paid off over time if you save some money. Quit, spending money all the time, but, you just got to keep living your life. Keep being yourself and enjoying yourself all the time. That's what you got to do, is enjoy yourself. Yeah. And you'll be fine. Because that's what we got to do, We have got to literally just try to take care of ourselves. But if you go back and you look at everything that you've ever made for money, I probably wouldn't even come out to about $200,000. I think that's all I would ever have. From all the jobs that I've ever had in my life, I think I'd be about $200,000 is all I would ever be. Yeah. That's not even $1 million, but it's a quarter of $1 million. I mean, all it needs is $250,000. $250,000 is a quarter of $1 million. Yeah. But there comes a time in a person's life and in a man's life when they need to realize to themselves that someday they'll get their luck. They'll get their shot. They'll get their chance to do what they got to do. Some people say that, that chance might not happen for you because it might come up short. But, you just got to keep on thinking positive, and someday it might happen. Yeah. Because I believe in myself. And it's time for the man upstairs to believe in me too. It's time for things to happen for me. I think I want to start a reality show called Finding Mrs. Claus. Finding Mrs. Camo Claus. I think that would be an awesome TV show. All these girls fighting for Mrs. or fighting for me, Camo Claus. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? Yeah. I don't even know who would want to be the next Mrs. Claus. I have enough problems taking care of myself as it is. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a totally different kind of person. I think it's kind of weird that, people sit there and they watch these videos. If you've ever gone through my videos and you've ever looked at them and you see them, it's kind of funny how, It's kind of funny how people look at them and they go, God, Jack, what are you doing? You know, why do you talk to yourself all the time? And it's because I have nobody else to talk to. I have friends. I have friends, but, you know, it's not like they call me every 5 minutes and say, what are you doing? You know, I just sit back and relax and try to figure out what is going on in the head of mine and everything else. Well, I'm getting to my final thought. And my final thought of the night is this, you know, I tell everybody to enjoy their life. Live life like it's your last day on this earth. For those times when you're sitting there feeling like nothing else in this world matters, just say to yourself that you matter. Just say, hey, I'm good enough, and doggone it, people like me, and people want to be in my life. Because, you know, there are reasons for people to be happy in this world, and it's not winning a lot of money. It's just living your life to the fullest every day and realizing to yourself that you have a purpose in life and you have something to look forward to. I drive a van and take people down to the airport all the time, and I enjoy it. I love driving people to the airport from Brainerd, from Alexandria, from St. Cloud. I love driving people down to the airport. And I do what I gotta do, you know. And there's not a day that goes by that I don't feel like I've done something for just me. And I want to be happy, and that's the way it's going to be, and that's the way it's got to be. So I'm going to do stuff for me, whether people like it or not. Yeah. Because that's what I'm going to do. If people have a problem with it, well, they can change their crazy ways. Yeah, they can. Because you can change your crazy ways and not have to be down all the time and not have to hate your life. You can do what you got to do and live your life to the fullest like it's your last day on this earth. Well, guys, thanks again for watching. Shane, thanks again for dropping 100% and dropping 100 on there and saying, you know, that you care. To anybody who watched or anybody who wanted to watch, if I didn't get around to you, I'm sorry. But I just want to say thanks again for, you know, giving me the time of day and everything else. And I hope you guys have yourselves a good weekend, what's left of it. And I'll see you tomorrow on Sunday when I'm doing my braids. Unless you want me to not go, I'll stay here now. Because I won't go. The trip has ended. Tyler Grace! Oh, my word. There goes the lights. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to stop this, all right? Take care, guys.